Hey everyone, this is Joe with ShoppingCartTrick.com, and one of the common questions that I get constantly is, how do I get the shopping cart trick to work, or it's not working for me, or anything like that. So the one thing that I do have to tell you is it's not always going to be 100% going to work for you. There's some that I can get to work, no problem, and then there are some that I have trouble getting. So it happens to the best of us. So, don't be discouraged. It's one of those things. Just keep trying. And then eventually you'll get one. But I do want to go ahead and just kind of offer some tips to kind of help you out. So probably the two biggest ones is the first one is you want to make sure you're opted in to receive pre-screen credit offers. So the first thing you'll do is you'd want to go to optoutprescreen.com. So again, optoutprescreen.com. And then once you're at this website, you just want to go to the bottom and click this button that says click here to opt in or out. All right. Then once you click that, it'll tell you, all the information it's going to ask and what it's going to do. You want to make sure this radio button here for opt-in is selected. Hit submit. And then you'll go ahead and fill out your information. And then once you do all of that, you'll just hit confirm, and it'll take you to a, all right, you're opted in kind of screen. And you probably want to give it a few days, so that way it can go through the system and be able to, get that all set up for you. So just give it a few days after you fill this out. Don't do it immediately because then it probably won't work. So, but the other question, or the other tip that I have for you as well, is you want to make sure that when you're filling out any of the billing information on a credit card, you want to make sure that the information matches exactly to what's on your credit report. So for example, let's say your credit report lists your address as 123 Main Street, and street is abbreviated ST on your credit report, but when you're filling out your billing information, you're putting STREET. Try switching it and see if that will happen. I know a lot of people say you want to match it exactly. I'm a big proponent of that, so I always try to match exactly what my credit report says as far as my address, my name, my telephone number, etc. So that's trick number 2. Trick number 3 is you want to make sure that your pop-up blocker is turned off, and you can turn it off temporarily, and you want to make sure that you want to clean your cache and cookies each time. So now, even though I'm on a Mac, I am using Google Chrome, and the settings are exactly the same. So even if you use Windows, so what you'll do is you want to just go ahead and go into settings, which I'm already there, and then once there, you'll want to go ahead and go to privacy, and then go ahead and choose content settings. And then the first thing that we're here is you'll want to go ahead and click this option that says allow sites to show pop-ups. Okay, and like I said, you can go back into this and turn it off later, but just temporarily you do that. Then what you want to go ahead and do is choose clear browsing history, and then you want to go ahead and choose all of this information here. These two you don't really have to worry about, so you can just leave them there. Now, obliterate the following items. If you want to go from the beginning of time, that's fine. I pretty much mostly use Chrome just for trying out the shopping cart trick because I have another browser I prefer, but that's just me. So everybody's different, but Chrome is probably the most popular browser right now. So that's why I figured I'd give you these tips. So hit the clear browsing data, and then that's that. And once you've done that, you're all set. So the next thing, those are the two things you want to remember, is to turn off your pop-up blocker and to turn off or to go ahead and clear your internet history, your cookies, your cache, all of that. So even though I showed you how to do it on Google Chrome and on a Mac, exactly as I mentioned before, it's going to be exactly the same on Windows. If you do want me to do other videos on how to do it with like Internet Explorer or Firefox or anything like that, I would be more than happy to do that for you. To kind of help you guys out, because I know everybody's not going to use the same browser necessarily that I'm using, but again, we're going to use the most popular browser. And then the final tip, which is related to browsers, like I mentioned, you might want to try different browsers. So Chrome, like I said, I mostly use this just for trying out the shopping cart trick. On a Mac, I do use Firefox occasionally, and probably Safari is my primary browser that I use on a Mac. So on Windows, you might use Firefox or you might use Internet Explorer. But again, the fundamentals are the same. Clean your cache and cookies for each browser if you're going to try the shopping cart trick, and see if that works for you. But if you guys have any questions, by all means, you can always get a hold of me at shoppingcarttrick.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have, or you can add some comments to this video, and I can reply that way. So thanks a lot, and have a good day.